Hello, welcome to Nattys Crafts. I'm Natalie. I always do all the crafting.
So let's get crafting. So we're going to make some wall art today. This ended up being different than what I had originally planned, but that's okay. We just need to adjust. So I bought this pack of canvases from Aldi for $3.99. It was a pack of 3. And then I have a whole bunch of craft paper. Craft paper? Yeah, sure, craft paper. Scrapbook paper. No, craft paper. And sorry, don't mind me. So I'm just going to pick out some things, some colors that I like. What I'm trying to do is do this abstract art like what I found on Google here. And I think I can do it fairly easily. My original plan was to use some little itty bitty pieces of paper that I saw at, I believe it was Home Depot, or maybe it was Lowe's. I'll put a picture here, hopefully. And I decided that was going to be way too complicated. So I'm just going to use the scrapbook paper. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the shape of the canvas, and you want it to be a little longer than the canvas is. Not taller, but wider, I guess I should say wider, so that it can wrap around the edge so that it looks like a continuous picture and not one that's cut off at the end of the canvas front. So I could have made these a little bit longer, wider I think is the right word. And that would be okay because it would wrap around the canvas a little more. So I'm just checking to make sure it wraps around the way I need it to, and it does, so I'm good. And then I have to figure out first what papers I want to use. I decided to go with 3 colors. That's what my inspiration had. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I just cut out a design on the paper. Now, if you are drawing on the back of your paper, you must remember that it will be reversed when you flip it around onto the correct side. So keep that in mind if you're going to draw a design. Because here I cut this out and then I saw it and I was like, that's not right. That's not how I wanted it. So I decided to start over. Because if it's not right, I'm just going to do it again. And this time I know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to actually draw on the front of the paper instead of the back of the paper. Because then that's going to be what you're actually going to see. And I do have to make sure that my paper covers up my pencil lines that I could have skipped all along and didn't. So if you do pencil lines, just make sure your paper is covering that. And then I'm just going to cut out the design that I drew. Very abstract, no real plan. And then I had a little bit of pencil, so I'm just going to take my eraser and I'm just going to delete or erase any of the pencil that I see. I tried to erase the pencil on the canvas and that was just smearing it, so I stopped that immediately and just figured my paper can cover any of the pencil marks. And then I'm just going to bend it over the edges of the canvas and make a fold there, and then fold the actual paper. And I'm going to cut out the corner because I don't want the bulkiness of that corner. So I'm just going to cut the pieces from the corner. And I want that corner to be super tight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next color that's going to be on top of this color, and I'm going to copy the pattern from the below color onto the color that's going to go on top. Or I guess it could go below too, either way. And then again, erasing any pencil marks that you may have gotten on there. And then I am going to randomly make a design for the top. Again, now it doesn't matter what the design looks like. It just needs to be larger than the pencil marks. And then I'm just going to cut out my pencil marks. And that's it. It's that simple. Like anyone could do this, I'm pretty sure. And you do want to make sure that your curves, or however you're making your design, that there's no real sharp cuts. Now, if you're making a linear design, like with straight lines, then it'll be a different story. But with these kind of curvy lines, you just want to make sure there's no sharp cuts or sharp edges on there. And then the third color, I'm using 3 different colors. The third color, I'm going to decide, using a pattern is difficult, by the way, but I'm going to decide where I want it to be cut, and then I'm just going to overline it, or make a line on it from the color that was below it. And the pattern is tough because you have to make it match or be similar on all 3 canvases if you're doing 3 of these. If you're only doing 1, it doesn't matter, do what you want. But if you're making it a continuous line, you want it to look somewhat continuous. And then on this first one, I actually attached the 3 pieces of paper together so that it was easier for me to attach to the sides. In the other 2 that I made, I did not do this. So this is an option. If you want it to be a little bit easier, glue it in the middle, very lightly though, so you don't see it. And then you can glue it along the sides. And I'm going to put a lot of glue on the sides here because I want the paper to be tight, you know, be snug. And so once you've got that, then we're just going to make sure it still looks good in the front. And it does. So then we're going to flip it over onto the other side. And we're going to glue that other side. And those pieces I hadn't yet folded, so I just needed to get those folded so it was easier to bend around that corner of the canvas. And I do believe it's important to wrap it around the canvas because, again, you want it to make it look like it's a continuous flow and not like a cutoff of paper at the end of your canvas. So make sure it does go around the corner. And then we're just going to do that all over again for the next one. Figure out the design that you want. Make sure the starting point lines up with the previous starting point. That's what I was doing here, was making sure it lined up. And then just cut it into the shape that you want, and you know, you're good to go. Make this look however you want it to look. Use whatever colors you want to use. You know, if your decor in your home is yellow, green, and blue, well, do it yellow, green, and blue, or purple and pink. Do whatever it is that your aesthetic matches. And so you're just going to do this the same way on 3 different canvases. Fill out or cut out your design, make it match up on the canvas, and then glue it onto the canvas. Simple and easy as that. Literally anyone can do this. I mean, well, maybe not anyone, but most people will be able to do this. Most children also will be able to do this. You just want to do the hot gluing. Don't let them do the hot gluing. Heck, they could even use tape if they wanted to, double-sided tape. That might not stick to canvas, but you could figure this out so a child could do it on their own. And there you go. It actually looks really good. Now that brown paper has like a blue pattern. You can barely see it on the camera, but there's a blue pattern, so it matches the shiny blue at the bottom and then the pattern blue at the top. I love it. I think it's great. I thank you so much for stopping by Nattys Crafts today. Sure hope you can give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Remember to appreciate today, as tomorrow is never promised. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great one.